Welcome back to another episode of the SiXFramesPodcast.
Good Lord.
New year, new podcast.
Welcome to the meme center, everyone.
Was that the first podcast?
This is the new decade.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a new decade, man.
That were recorded.
Yeah.
2020, yeah?
Oh, word?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Word to your mom.
Shit. Damn, we didn't even get through January yet.
No, we kind
No.
of halfway, a little bit, but not quite. Almost there.
Oh, I'm not even close, bro. All right, yeah.
So anyway, once again, it's Kevin.
It's your boy Harold.
Spidey.
Zed.
Is that Chewbacca?
It's his cousin.
It's Lamb.
Jacob.
Satan.
Oh.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Satan is
Say what?
temporarily back.
And she can lift weights.
I can lift.
Watch out, she gonna beat your ass.
She can give that big old put pop.
Alongside with this other two.
I know, right? Don't explain yourselves too. Exclude
What?
yourselves. Exclude. I said exclaim.
Exclude.
Exclude.
What we do?
X glue.
Yep. Y'all weren't here before neither.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Periodically.
Well, they're back.
They
We're
come
here.
around the first day of the month.
First
Yeah.
of the month.
Respect.
This will happen every time this happens. Like, my family does something or something comes up.
Yeah, but it'd be like that.
Life.
Yeah.
All right, so topics first.
First topic is Birds of Prey. The Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and Friends.
Harley Quinn, yeah.
She got friends.
So,
In the hall of Harley Quinn, we have Huntress.
alright.
I can't do the bit, man. I'm having to go right now.
Look, I know we got jokes. There's a lot going on.
Black Canary.
Oh, you saw her? She was in the background. That's how great this movie is.
What? I didn't see her.
Exactly.
Exactly.
She's good.
That's how good she is.
Oh, man. Paid just to see her. Find Black Canary.
Yo, she's there too.
Waldo.
But I know we got jokes. So, but honestly, what do you guys think? Are you excited to watch the movie? Or,
I'll watch
whatever.
it.
I'd watch it because I'm a comic fan, and also she's pretty hot. So that's it for me.
Is that
Oh, man, that's it? Goddamn.
is that
Nah, that's it. Yeah.
okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave that because for another topic, I sort of had that same reason, but I'll let you have that, alright? You just want to see her. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. I like Suicide Squad. She's pretty hot.
I swear to God. But yeah, I think I would. I think I'll just like watch because like since I don't like read the comics or anything, so I don't know anything that goes on. I'll watch it just as a movie, as a standalone movie itself, with Harley Quinn featuring her friends or whatever. It has, can't lie, it has like an interesting, not interesting, but like a nice perspective of the story of Harley Quinn, of her just being on her own, and now that like everybody knows that she's on her own, and I said Mr. J. The Joker's not protecting her anymore.
Mr. J.
Since the Joker's not protecting her anymore, or like she's not with him, so it's like, all right, we ain't gonna fuck with the Joker because we ain't gonna fuck with Harley Quinn because he's with the Joker, but she's by herself. But let's fuck her up because she gave us some bad times in the past. So it's like sort of revenge sort of thing. So to me, that concept alone is interesting, but how they handle it in the movie, it depends on them. So I'll watch it for like the action, the fight scene, and that's it. I don't think nobody there is hot.
And the best part, no more hunka hunka.
I'll be happy if in the movie she kills that dude.
Yeah.
In the first scene. Honka honka pow! Yeah! I love this movie! Yeah! Who gets the fuck is called Birds of Prey? It's just with Harley Quinn. Right? That would be great, but I don't know. We talked about this before. I made my peace with it because I love DC is my favorite comic book company. Then Jamal likes Marvel, so that's how
Yes.
wild he is. But as for me, I kind of accepted already how the movie's going to be. So I don't know. We just gotta wait and see how it goes. You know, they definitely did change some characters around.
Yeah.
Like the Black Mask and Victor Sage.
Why, hello there.
Yeah, that guy with the blonde hair. That's Victor Sage.
What?
And
What?
And those two have a relationship.
He was in it? What?
No.
What?
Yeah, he was in it.
I did not notice.
You will not notice until somebody like me have to tell you.
Yeah,
That's how great the movie is.
You're telling me we're gonna have a gay Victor Zaz? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he likes penetration.
I mean,
Nice.
Well, with a knife, not with a dick.
oh.
Oh, Lord.
No!
It's a
No!
new age. It's a new era.
Isn't it?
2020 now.
It's non-binary, Harold. It's
No,
non-binary.
he comes in, the guy comes and gives him a hug. Why, hello there.
You don't
That's
have to
one.
mark my back.
That's one.
I can't mark my back. Please, can you reach that for me?
All the way down there, it's a Timbuktu.
Lord.
This is not a sex ed class, alright?
That's
So-
next week.
No, we can't.
So when a
have
knife
that.
and another knife likes each other
We're
very
not well
much,
equipped for
they like
that.
to touch tits.
Alright.
I swear to God, if he pulls out a lightsaber dildo, I'm done.
Alright, well, okay. One more thing. Is also they're gonna say they're gonna be a R-rated movie. So I'm not sure it's going to be. They haven't released the rating for the movie yet. But they're hinting that it's gonna be R-rated. So if that's because they found success with Joker, the good Joker. They're gonna probably do this with her, like Deadpool. So
I mean, you see her doing coke.
yes.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
Still coke.
Still cool.
Cocaine.
It could have been sugar.
Goodness shit.
It's
Yeah,
spice.
you don't
That's
know
some
that.
strong ass
everything
powdered
nice.
sugar.
I mean,
Right?
it's sugar when you
Sugar and
do the
everything.
movie.
It's fun booger sugar. What do they call it? Fun booger sugar.
Cry.
Oh, great. All right.
Jacob.
Well, I'm just waiting for this to be on FX.
What?
Because it's got the movies.
But you have no interest to watch it
Red.
at all?
Lord.
I mean, I kind of had an interest, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling it this time around. Like, I know the first time I said, yeah, it might be something I might be interested to look at because of fight scenes and how they're gonna play out with each other. But FX got the movies, y'all.
And that DVD Tuesday where they talk behind the scenes. Oh boy.
No, God. It's Satan.
Satan. I mean, I like Harley Quinn. I'm probably gonna watch it just for her as well.
Mhm.
The first trailer, it got me interested, but the second one is not that good. I didn't really like it that much. I felt like it was a bit, tacky. I guess I don't know how to explain it.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm okay with it. I'm still gonna watch it. Hopefully, I enjoy it.
Hopefully, that's a
Hopefully.
bet for your wallet.
But
bro.
like that second trailer though, it's not looking too good.
Alright, what you don't like about it?
Well, the way they presented the friends, I guess, and like how they're
The friends.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
The lack of presenting your friends?
It looks like they're just friends and like they're having a good old time. Like they're not super villains, like attacking and destroying things. They're just
Well, that's the thing. They're not supervillains. She's a supervillain.
Anti-hero. And I'm doing
No.
quotation.
anti-hero.
Quotation
okay.
because she is a murderous
She-
clown.
yeah.
lady.
But the
Yeah.
comics are changing her to an
Anti-hero.
and again doing
but,
quotations, anti-hero.
but like I mean, again, don't
She's
follow
not
the comics.
She's not Deadpool. She's not
yeah,
like Deadpool.
and she's not really Deadpool. But like,
Well, I just didn't like how they introduced the friends. Like I felt like that part was tacky. That like the way they introduced all of them, and it's like they're having a good old time, like just girls having fun, and like I don't know, I would like more action and fight scenes and stuff like that.
I'm sure they'll be in a movie, but I feel this feels like an episode of Full House.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Without Aunt
It's like
Becky.
friends and families all together having a good old time.
Exactly.
It looks like a reality show type of thing. Like,
And
I don't
Becky's
like
busy
it.
cheating, alright?
No, she's Mr. J. She got killed.
Oh man.
No, well, I forgot who it said before we started. They said someone was like, "Oh, what's that weird dog that's making that noise?"
Ugh.
And I'm like, "How do people miss that's a hyena?" A,
Well,
and B, she even says it's a hyena.
that's the thing. Is people in the comments,
Oh.
they wrote, "Why that dog laughing? A dog not supposed to laugh." And they confused the hyena as a dog. I'm like, man, these people are dumb.
But they did throw a little comic book bit.
Yeah, but
Because Harley Quinn does have a bit of a crush on Bruce Wayne, so that's why.
at the same time, it's like they only have the budget for one hyena. She has two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they able to be colored too?
Yeah.
Or at least like the collar or something.
No,
It's not too vibrant, but there's some type of color difference.
no,
Green and pink.
they're like
Yeah.
one is like gray and whatever, it's muted colors. But she has two hyenas. But in this one, I guess Warner Bros. Like, just one. We don't got money for CGI like that.
It's like, so
Yeah,
where's the other
Joe,
one?
how much-
Peter got him.
Peter got it.
Hey Joe, how much money we got
Money.
left? Alright, we're gonna put one. Shit.
It's like, how much of the barrel we got? And keep scraping it. Maybe we can put a sponge in that. Maybe we can soak some more up.
Sad day over there.
Sad day.
They're probably gonna be at the end.
Ooh.
Carol, you got anything?
I guess just out of curiosity, I'll watch it. I feel highly disturbed that Victor Zsasz is gay now.
Well, I don't know. I just heard. I heard from the grapevine that
Heard it through the grapevine.
the grapevine that Victor Ash and Black
Mask.
Mask, yes, were in a relationship together. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what this means. What's happening?
2020,
2020,
Yeah, it's 2020, but it's not 2020. It's like 810.
Oh.
Stand up and
And it's kind of funny because a lot of people, after hearing that, I don't know if it's true though, but after hearing that, people are like, really? It's like, getting the Penguin and, Killer Croc having a relationship,
I mean, that's two animals, so
There's no justifying that though.
hybrids.
a dwarf gator.
But again, it's room. I don't know. But like, if you're gonna watch it, hey, you know what it is. You know how it is.
I mean, besides that point, I guess I'm curious enough to see how much of a shit show it could be. Or not even a shit show.
Or if it's surprise you, right?
Yeah, I'll be surprised either way.
Very surprised.
Have some belief.
I guess.
But I'll watch it though.
I'm sorry, face? No.
A little bit. Un poco.
Un poquito.
I'm sorry.
No, you said it right. You said it right. You said it right.
You have to say the full thing.
Yeah.
At least it won't be like, and Kevin can back me up on this, the dumpster fire of Star Wars.
You're right.
That thing's still burning. We've tried putting it out. we
Wait, y'all talking about my movie?
Huh?
right?
You know what? Hold that, all right?
Hold that
Y'all
thought.
talking
Hold that
about
He's
thought.
my movie like
Me,
that?
he wants to meet you by the
Hold
water
that-
fountain out
Hold
by the
that
playground.
thought. Hold that. We're having too many conversations.
Yeah.
Let's just finish Birds of Prey.
Watch yourself.
Catch me outside.
I'm curious enough just to see how this goes. I'll leave it at that.
Alright.
Promising.
So I guess you
Yeah.
got something to fit. Well, look, if y'all take me to the movies, I don't have to pay for it. I'll go watch it. Now, I'm with Jacob here. FX got the movie.
That's how I feel about the new Star Well,
Exactly.
No, the trash bin.
So, hold on. So, we got an issue here? What's going on?
watch it full
What?
screen.
Why, what was that? What was that all about?
Oh, no, that's something to handle later. We'll handle that later.
They
I'll give you the
introduced one of
play-by-play.
The best new characters. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
All right.
Hold.
Special intervention.
Moving Do not.
We're gonna go into
Jacob
a little
put
bit.
the armor of God on right here.
Just a little
Kick
bit.
his ass.
Just a little bit for this guy, so he can make his point for the Star Wars.
Taking on Spidey over here.
Do you want to do this?
Spidey likes the movie?
I guess.
You like the movie? Oh, hell no. We're New Mutants. Who wants to watch New Mutants? We'll talk about that later. Then. We'll talk about that later. Come on.
New Mutants.
New
All right.
Mutants.
I want to start with this one.
Okay.
I only want to watch it because Arya Stark is in there.
Same here. Like I'm so happy. Like I'm so happy that that horse that she went on led her to New Horizons.
Damn. You went there.
No,
You went there.
What was that?
She's in New Horizons and now she got superpowers. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see what's going on. And the guy from Stranger Things, hey, he got
Hey.
Hey.
So
Yeah, they all got jobs. Congratulations.
That's what I'm happy for.
For a movie that's been delayed twice.
Well, he filmed it before what? Season 3? Like he filmed that right after season 2 of Stranger Things. The kid.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the movie itself. It's been delayed
Yeah.
multiple times after Disney
They weren't
bought
even sure if they're gonna finish it because of the whole
merger.
the merger going on.
Yeah.
Think
I guess I got tired of the hate mail.
Disney's gonna scrap
What
it.
hate mail? I don't even know, man. So, it's Arya.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, yeah. But if I were to like base it off the trailer, I would watch it because it's sort of like a shift from how Marvel movies have been doing their movies so far.
Yeah.
With, comedy, like a lot of action, some hints of like past events or whatever. This one, I mean, I do hope that they, find a way to like connect to like other events that happen, whether it's Endgame or whatever's coming in the future.
I don't think so.
Maybe maybe not, but it would like help like link it together. Maybe they'll have an end store like a what's it called?
Like
The end credits. End credits.
End credits.
Yes.
Oh, like
they might have an end credits of like Arya
Oh.
Stark coming. I keep saying Arya, but I don't know her name in the movie. But Arya Stark's come out. She looks around, and then she sees Spider-Man swinging.
So you see Doctor Strange.
And
The
you know, we
multiverse.
need your help.
The multiverse is coming.
I know. Oh, that would be dope. But yeah, I mean, it has this horror elements. It has it just looks like a nice Marvel-ish psychological thriller ride that we just going through with mutants and powers and demons and Professor Xavier's mansion of horrors and whatever.
Bro, it looks
Well,
like a horror movie.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
hoping
hoping That's
for.
what interests me because it takes the whole concept, like you were saying, but it's like, hey guys, we're here at a mental institute because we've got to help control our powers. Meanwhile, Portal of Hell's next to us trying to kill us.
And then that's when you see Freddy Krueger in the background. What's up, bitch?
No prime time tonight.
Well, I know this comic book characters. Not on the top of my head, but in the series of New Mutants, it's always been sort of like a horror thing anyway. So it's like when I saw it, it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I don't know what the plot is, what their source for is. It's probably gonna do with this mutant that they haven't announced, Warlock, who's like this magical being that kind of it's like a virus that go through things and kind of morph stuff and like goes through your memories and dreams and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not sure what this movie's gonna be about. So my guess is everybody else. So when it drops, I'm interested to watch that. So just see what's going on. Would it surprise me or not? Or it's gonna be like Dark Phoenix, where
Hey, hold on. I don't think so. I wouldn't.
Interesting.
So I'm really interested in how this is going to go out. And I love how they're doing this horror aspect thing that's going on with it. And especially how they're doing some of those effects. Like that beginning one where the people are coming out of the wall. It imitated the whole scene from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
There's Nancy. So I'm digging the whole new aspect that's going on with it. And I hope to go all out with that. because with the new Mutants thing, like as Kevin was saying, we saw horror aspects and all that. Go out with it, Just
Yeah, because they
open the doors to hell.
Yeah.
Because they deal with magic and hell and shit. So, come on, man, come on.
Come on.
Don't, just have teenagers be like, we got powers. Do some Scooby-Doo shit, alright? We want to see some X-Men stuff.
Shit.
Like, Arya's the werewolf, so she's going to be...
Do the supernatural one where everybody's going all crap and you get me in the background. Son of a bitch.
And they'll be like, you're the good guys. So, I mean... Well, that's gonna be interesting.
I mean, it's Marvel, it's mutants. Disney's allowing it. I'm up for it.
Straight. Look, he's ready for that fight. That's why he's holding back.
I have a problem with this man right now.
Why?
Whoa.
Yo, man, I'm going to war. You have a problem with me?
Oh, right.
But yes, it looks really interesting. I mean, of course, the horror thing has been mentioned before. It's a new take on Marvel overall, and just like powers in horror. That's something new that people aren't used to, and it has the Marvel name behind it, so people are gonna love it. I automatically love it. I grew up with X-Men and all that stuff. I'm not too familiar with the New Mutants comic per se, but I'm always on board for it. And some of these characters I do know, and I'm interested to see if their powers can be portrayed how I know them, and how they go about doing that. And I'm not too sure who the villain is, but hell, if they could whoop ass, then shit, definitely on board.
Yeah. I could take that.
No, you know what? And that's a good question. How they portray their powers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big thing. If they don't
They never
really
do
do
them
that.
justice, really.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is
Especially
true.
the Fox X-Men thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey.
So we basically don't know what the movie's gonna be about. Is that what you guys are telling me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
for the
don't
most
know?
part.
2 years later, and we don't know.
And we still don't know.
Which is
Wow.
good because I guess that's what adds to like the horror aspect.
Yeah.
You don't know what's really going on. They can easily like, flip the whole shit on you,
Yeah.
or like keep it linear and just catch you off guard later.
So what I did like about the trailer was definitely the horror vibe, because that's the first thing that caught me. I love horror movies. I love horror everything. And I mean, that's pretty much what caught my attention. I would probably watch it because of that, but I'm not like a comic book fan or Marvel fan in general, but I do love their movies. The movies, they're pretty good. Not all of them, but most of them. They've been pretty good. So I think I'll watch it just for that fact.
It's funny because I think the majority of us is just watching it just because we know it's Marvel and that that's something that's a little bit of something that we like, and we're just like,
Yeah.
let's just go ahead and see what's it about.
That may be true, but I don't know. I'm speaking for everyone, but for me, I'm like, I'm about to burn this shit down. I don't know. You ain't gonna waste my money. I didn't watch Dark Phoenix, all right?
Me either.
So we dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is part of the same universe there.
You're sitting.
Right.
What the fuck was that?
And it's in the same universe, so that's why it's like it's interesting, but at the same time it's like, I don't know. I really don't know.
I guess that's the only problem. You don't know.
Yeah, and it's a hard question
It's good
to
and bad,
say
if anything.
if it's good or But hopefully it surprised me. The same goes for Birds of Prey. If we go watch it, hopefully it surprise us. But if not, we call that shit. We're like, man, what the fuck we waste our money for?
Big rip.
Oh boy.
Okay, so about the mutants, I don't know nothing about them. I know about the old mutants And
The old
Back in my day, Charles Xavier saved the day. Okay, Grandpa Logan, sit down. Hey, you kids don't understand me.
You know what? I'll let that joke because that's accurate.
yeah.
Okay.
So with this whole horror and superhero vibe, I mean, we have Brightburn. So that one surprised the heck out of me, and
I liked it.
I liked it.
Me too.
And I'm like, okay, somebody has to resolve this by getting somebody who could beat that nigga down. but anywho, I kind of like how this new horror take on superhero films is kind of like the start of the wave now.
Mm.
Maybe more can go in and kind of make it different. But with New Mutants, I want to see what kind of direction they're going to take it. I want to see just how willing they can make the powers that each character have go above and beyond with the effects. I want to see what Fox landed on before they did the merger with Disney, and I want to see just how redeemful they can be after that atrocity, Dark Phoenix. But maybe they could rise up from the ashes again. But
Wow.
So anyway, next topic.
Wait, what about you?
Bitch, fuck what I was gonna say. This motherfucker killed it.
Hey, man.
Ryan, all of that for that joke.
what?
Your dad joke just killed my vibe.
I wasn't trying to make it a joke.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Are you done?
I was
No,
not.
you're not.
Oh,
Yeah, continue.
I will.
Yeah, let you
No,
finish.
he's done, he's
Let's
done.
let you finish.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead, Jacob.
yeah.
It's only 26 minutes, so let's finish.
Go
up
ahead,
here.
Jacob.
Okay. But like, I know like they got this bad rap after The Last Stand,
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix, and Wolverine Origins, and some other type of stuff. But like, even though they got this deal with Disney, and basically Disney is taking over their kind of product and kind of like pushing back their films that they've been working on, like the release dates. I want this like film to kind of be like a reminder that even though they had their hit and misses, they at least did something, and the budget for the movies were very astounding and good. Sometimes they were flops, but hey, man.
Wow, Jacob, you're so kind. This man here is like, that movie have heart. Yeah, you could have just said that movie got heart. Yeah, why?
Bro, this man just made a speech all for Fox saying that, yo, you had your ups and downs, but we believe in you in this movie. I mean, maybe you could pick yourself up the ashes after Dark Phoenix. Don't get me wrong, that's great. That's a nice little poem for them.
Rest in peace, though. It's too late.
But I do hope that they're able to redeem themselves. I don't think Fox is like a bad studio in general.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they actually have something with New Mutants. So
Because like oftentimes like with Fox, their shows are pretty good. Most of them. I mean, movies wise, and you know how it is.
All right.
Logan.
yeah,
Yeah.
Legion.
Deadpool.
Legion, yeah.
and Deadpool. Yeah, see, so they probably could have had something with New Mutants. They probably could have. Who knows? Time will
Who
tell.
knows? Well, onwards to.
That was whack, bro.
Are you talking about me?
I know, right?
I have one more thing to say.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he was trying to play.
Oh my.
Yeah, but
God.
you say okay. Go
No,
ahead.
I put my hand back.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Fuck all y'all.
Anyway, onwards.
No, backwards to my.
But no.
You want to finish?
It's a quick tidbit. It was more of what he was saying with like the demonic bullshit fighting with superpowers.
Yeah.
Instead of the normal theme of we gotta fight them with blunt objects or a gun, and I'm just like, okay, it's a mystical creature from hell.
Do your best.
Is it blessed from a fucking priest? Did Jesus pee on it?
No.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, one of them is
virgin
Satan.
blood.
It's not this Satan.
but that's That's my point with horror movies. It's like with like the demonic shit. It's like, oh, I gotta do this, and I'm like, okay, how? At least it's like we've got powers. Okay, you know what? I accept that. That makes a little more sense than this random blade, blessed by the Holy Father, can kill this thing. And only this blade can kill this thing. So if there's any more out in the world, you're all fucked.
You saying that just put an image in my head. Like this whole demon dude, he's coming here looking to wreck shit. And he's like, oh fuck, they got powers. Fuck, let me step back.
he's like, I'm gonna put my pinky in that shit. I ain't gonna put my whole hand in that.
I mean, he's like, hold on, where's Elm Street? I ain't dealing with this shit.
yo, Freddy! Call Jason. We need some backup.
I need some milk.
Get Pandora's box in this shit.
I ain't dealing with that shit.
Well, that will not happen. Onwards. Okay, she's telling me something. I'll tell you later. Don't worry about it. Well, the next one was what? Onwards?
Yeah.
It's a new Disney
Literally
film called Onwards, which I didn't know I was making a joke when I said it. Alright? Okay, I wasn't making a little bit. I was trying
You're making fun of me.
I tried to be slick, a little slick, but it didn't happen. You caught me, alright? You caught me, alright. But what's your Jacob?
I mean,
Tell us.
Okay, so I mean, I'm not too excited by it. It kind of looks like Fullmetal Alchemist /
what? Wait, I'm gonna let you finish.
Weekends at Bernie's.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Big Brother.
basically like that. But I mean, you get the premise a little bit. They're trying to revive their dad,
He ain't dead. He's gone.
but still, it's like, bro, it's different, bro. It's like it kind of feels like in the same loop. That's
It ain't transmutation where you sacrifice your arm, your leg, and your little brother to bring back a weird, decrepit mother looking like Satan over here in the morning.
but you know
Well,
what?
that's before her coffee. Before her coffee.
I don't like coffee.
Yikes.
Whatever you drink in the morning.
that's messed up.
Let's say tea.
But in a way, it sort of resembles that to me.
Because they're like the brothers and then going off on adventures.
Basically, just like that. And another thing too is just like the main character, like the big nose type of character design is just like Pixar. You gotta do this. You gotta start doing the same face syndrome.
Oh yeah, it's kind of the same here, right?
Bruh, it's this is annoying. It's like
Copy paste.
It's
Copy
literally
paste.
what's his name? The guy from
Ratatouille.
just painted blue.
Dude, no, but the mom, she looks like that sad person from Inside Out. She had the same sweater, she had the same blue hair, she had the glasses.
Wow.
I was like, I'm sitting there when we're watching this trailer, and she's like, "I'm coming, boys." I'm like, that's sadness from Inside Out.
She did remind me of
Conspiracy theory.
And the Manticore, she felt like that the cheetah that was at the front desk of Zootopia, the way she was acting.
yeah, that one.
But that was Disney though.
It's still Disney. No, it's still.
Yeah, but this is Pixar. I mean, I understand where you're getting from. They could have just, hey, Disney cat, what's that over there?
Grab the hard drive.
The hard
Zootopia.
Disney's like,
could've.
where'd you put that hard drive, man? I swear it was right here. Sees the trailer. God damn it.
No, were you trying to study for the test? Yeah, let me borrow that. Yeah, sure. As long as you don't copy everything. Copies everything.
Exactly.
Copy and paste.
And
Color in blue.
and to be truthfully honest, looking at the trailer, well, this might be the second or third trailer. Second trailer. It doesn't look that funny, honestly.
It's got its tidbit. And I do mean tidbits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some.
It's like, okay. Funny moment. Okay. Last thing in the credit before it ends. Funny moment.
It does that generic, kids film trailer thing,
Yeah.
where it's like they're like, we're going off in adventure. You hear the music, ding, 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 ding. And then afterwards, when they're like, oh, Dad, they do the thing that got him in trouble, and it's like, we gotta go off to whatever and find, fix Dad, right, before it's too late, so we could talk to him and say, hey, tell us about the birds and the bees, right? and then they go off, and then you hear the guy in the guitar singing, dun, dun, dun. The white guy in guitar, and every that's a new trend. And every kid's trailer, animated movie, they have to have the white guy on the guitar, singing his indie folk music.
I'm just waiting for them one day when you see somebody actually go on a quest for a kids movie and they start playing that Modello theme.
Yeah, pretty
With
much.
the guitar.
From The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. And I mean, it's just that. It's just I just think the trailer just doesn't really help the movie. Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty the weak point. But I mean, it's Disney. Most people are gonna watch it regardless. Well, Pixar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not really kind of like you. I'm not really excited. And after you point out they're having the same faces again, I'm like, yeah, they're recycling. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about the movie.
It's kind of like when you recognize studio's brand, like you could tell Pixar, like the big nose and the and the different
scrawny face and the scrawny body.
Yeah, and or DreamWorks, you got them well defined but kind of stylized too, like what they're going for. Yeah. And then you got like Disney, they're kind of like roundish characters and beautiful looking and stylish too, and semi realistic but way like beautiful, extravagant, all of that type of stuff. You could tell which studio is which based on how it looks. And Pixar, it just it's Pixar, but sometimes same face type of syndrome kind of puts you off of it. It's like this again. Okay, you better get a random character generator.
They have to make their own random program.
Create your character. Jacob's like, I see what's happening here. You're welcome.
I like that.
That was it.
I mean, I guess like the word of the day for this movie is
Onward.
Generic. Nothing really stands out about this movie that will make me like really want to like go and see it, other than the main two actors,
Chris Pratt, and Spider-Man.
Tom Holland going into these characters and just doing whatever. I guess the only difference from that is that they won't be playing off each other. It doesn't feel like they'll be playing off each other. They're like more or less reading a script. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there'll be like any sort of like unique moments where
like
they actually
chemistry.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so I don't think there'll be like any like much of that. Well, I mean, who knows? I don't know, but just looking at the movie, I don't really feel any magic coming out of it. I don't feel any
Disney magic.
Yeah, no Disney magic, no Pixar magic. I feel like even because like when you mentioned the whole same face syndrome, I was thinking about I was trying to think of the other Pixar movie, and I remember Soul, and I remember the black dude looks just like the guy, except he's black and just black, he's not blue, and
it doesn't show up in the movie.
Yeah, I mean it's a little nitpick for me, but. After that, like the animation is still Pixar animation. Yeah. Nothing unique, nothing extravagant like Claws. The story is probably gonna be as basic as any other Pixar movie. We want something, get it, go on an adventure, something whole big chase, demonic entity coming through. Fine. Don't really see anything that like sets it apart from any other Pixar movie, honestly. Not saying that Pixar lost their magic, but I'm just saying that they got a little bit stale. Like find some kind of revelation or something to like make their movies more magical how they were before.
They need to experiment.
Yeah.
They need to take risk.
Even then, as much as I love Toy Story 4, it still felt like
safe.
Real safe, like more of a downplay. So like it feels like not better than Toy Story 3, but like right there, like as if it didn't really move anywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, onwards to DVD, I guess. See you there.
So, which... that's right, go ahead.
Onward. I mean, I didn't really... It looked very generic. That's all I have to say about that. It looked generic. It looked like every other animated movie that has been made. It didn't really call my attention, the story or the plot that it was shown in the trailer. So I don't think I'll watch it personally. But I'll hear your opinions. If you do watch it, let me know. If it's good, I'll watch it.
Okay.
How about that?
Alright.
Onward to DVD.
Onward to DVD.
Oh, so y'all could do Onward jokes, huh? I try to be slick. It chastised me like I'm Jacob.
I smite thee.
Smite me, mighty smiter.
Onward.
So,
To the grave.
Yikes.
At first, I thought it was kind of interesting since they're doing the whole like Hope Stoves thing with the unicorns and whatnot. I was like, oh, okay, that might be interesting. But then hearing you guys mention it, the whole face syndrome thing, and then how it's pretty much a copy and paste of what other movies have done. Now, I'm kind of feeling like, is it going to be at the same area with The Good Dinosaur?
Oh!
Is that Pixar or Disney?
That's Pixar.
Pixar.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Bro, they even had big noses for the dinosaur in that movie.
Wow.
And then look, the good one was super skinny.
Amazing.
I'm trying to erase that movie off my memory, bro.
Because some reason dinosaurs had a southern accent.
Yeah, they were Texas, man.
Texans are pissed. You just pissed off Texas there, son.
What do you mean? That's the guy from The Big Lebowski. The narrator. Anyway, continue. Let this man speak.
Don't mess with the dude. He likes his half and half.
Besides, yeah, I would have to kind of agree for the most part. That looks pretty generic. It could, maybe there's just saving the good scenes for the movie.
Let's hope
Maybe. But, maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll leave it on DVD. Who knows?
FX.
FX got the movies.
No. You gotta see it Disney Plus.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I just got it today, too, actually.
Ooh.
I watch it later.
But,
Later.
But Disney owns Fox, so they own FX.
And FX got the movies.
You can still watch Big Hero 6. You can still watch Big Hero 6 on FX.
Yeah.
Cause light 'em up, light 'em up. He's on fire!
He got it.
I seen it a few times with the trailer, and it didn't like. It looks interesting. I'll watch it because I like Disney. Same thing with Marvel, but I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I guess I'll just find out when I watch it. But it doesn't really seem too vibrant, or it doesn't seem too bad, but not too great. But I'll just watch it.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Zed?
I didn't have anything. I don't know why you're pointing at me.
You don't. Come on. You watched the trailer though.
I've been giving my input. I've been ripping on it. That's my input. like I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, okay, it's got hope, and then it keeps going. And it's like, oh no. You're like that. It's like basically the best way I can describe this trailer is, it snows. You've got a sled. I'm gonna ride the big hill. Get up to the top. Super excited. You start going, and then you realize how steep it is, and you're screaming, going, "Stop!" And then it's like, oh, there's a little, oh, it slows up a little bit. And then that was just a full straight 90 drop. Break both your legs, and you're sitting there in the hospital going, fuck!
Why did I get in there?
and then cue me watching that in the theater, be like, why I spend my money on this?
Okay, but do anyone have anything positive?
Well, the positive part, I got
Is watching on FX.
Disney Plus.
They're going to both come out at the same time. You can watch it on FX, or you can watch it on Disney Plus.
I will. Okay, so my positives is, it might surprise you. Who knows, right? That's the only thing. Because going off with the trailer, it doesn't tell you much. The gist of the story is just them trying to meet their dad, right? And for the two brothers who are opposite of personalities, and they don't really get along well.
You think so?
They get along that's pretty much how the story is. But you could, since you don't know, there's probably more to the story. But since it's kind of like it's an adventure that you can't really say because it's so hard. Like, can't really tell what the movie is about. The overarching plot. You just know what the goal is.
Yeah. I think based on the trailers, it doesn't look like the brothers they look like they get along fine. It's like it's more of a sort of a buddy trip.
Yeah, like a buddy
with brothers. To a point. Yeah.
It kind of felt like like they're brothers. They get along because they're family, but one's more of like the nerd of the family. The other one's like
so that just like the difference. Then
it's like they try to get along, but they're they're actually two opposites. But they're like hey, we're brothers. We get along, but we're total different.
All right. That's fine.
That's why when you see in the trailer, the younger brother gets in the car when he gets stopped by the cop. You're like, wait, man, what are you doing? Man, you're breaking the rules for the first time. All right, hey, congratulations, kid.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
And it's just one of the things like when you all of us who watch animation is you pick on, because you've seen these tropes or you've seen this plot before, So when you see this being incorporated again, it's like well, we just have to watch it. Just
see if they bring anything new to the table.
Yeah, if they bring anything new, because all the time, mostly on these family movie trailers, they always show the tropes that everybody hates. The what do you call those when they do the things over and over again?
Cliches. The
cliches, yes. They always do the tropes, cliches, all that stuff in those trailers. Mm-hmm. And Pixar and Disney, they've been relying on cliches, after, even in the trailer for Toy Story, right? What is it, 4? It had a lot of cliche moments into it. So it's like, they're not doing anything to entice people like us, but, going back to like little kids, of course they're gonna go and watch it. Naturally.
Not for us, but someone pays for it, right? So you gotta do something for us.
So to finish, like, my positive is pretty much, we'll probably be wrong, and we'll watch it. There's probably something there, and we're like, oh, you know what we said was not true.
My positives is like when it comes out, and somebody breaks down the tropes, you can find all of them out in tropes.com. And
this man, bro. Yo, somebody give me a gun.
Why?
I'm about to shoot somebody, right?
and another one is, of course, good animation. That's it.
Oh, man. That's a given. Look, that's not a positive anymore, alright? Good animation is not a positive. Now.
Good animation is a trope for
This man literally had nothing to say. And went for the most obvious choice. It's like going to a Chinese spot going, hey, these are good noodles.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Okay, well, serious note. Like, them trying to do, like, a fairy or fantasy type of world building. That's it.
That's great, but it's still based in a modern world.
It was just where it sort of hurts. Because, fantasy worlds, they're supposed to be, like, sort of something that you've never seen in your life.
Yep.
And because, like, it's sort of set in modern times, it's just forced in there. It doesn't feel special. Like, even when I saw the dragon as a dog, I'm just like,
meh.
It's not even meh. It's just like, okay, let's move on. Like, it doesn't entice me like it's like a normal thing. It really does feel like it took a world from The Sims. They threw in some dragons, some warlocks, because like the centaur, the manticore, the unicorn guy, Manticore. He had a fucking vest.
We'll get in trouble.
Oh, are you talking about the Manticore or
No,
the police guy?
Oh, the police guy. Oh,
guy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was about to get attacked on the internet.
Oh, the Centaur?
Yeah, Centaur.
It's the Centaur.
Centaur, okay, yeah.
The other
Minotaur's bull, Centaur's
okay.
the horseman.
Yeah.
But the Centaur, like, he was a Centaur, but with, like, like a police uniform.
Yep.
So it was like, is this fantasy? Like, it doesn't feel too fantasy for all this extra fantasy, air quotation mark, elements to, like, be put in.
Yeah, like...
Because, like, you go to the diner, you see the lights, you see the bar table, you see the stool, and it's like, that's not fantasy, my guy. And then you have, like, like, it's just the characters that's different, not really the world as much. It's just swapping out people for goblins, swapping out dogs for dragons, and that's it. It doesn't really feel fantasy.
Yeah. And they're going on a quest.
Yeah.
And that's your fantasy.
On the van.
On the
With
van.
a unicorn on it.
Yeah.
Which for some reason the Pegasus are cats.
For the rats.
They were hissing. They were digging in the trash and they were hissing. They're either raccoons or they're cats.
Well,
I don't know, man. That's some world building we're never gonna learn.
yeah. I don't think I need it either.
Behind the scenes explaining what is what.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Alright.
5 hours behind the scenes.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess that was Onwards to the Mandalorian.
No. Let's go towards.
No, I realized
Yeah.
Onward and forward.
I was gonna do that, and then you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna mess it up. But then you all have to.
You all, hey. What do you mean you all? I'm just sitting here.
He could get out, right?
Yeah.
You could cut this part. Anyway, the Mandalorian, the one that we didn't talk, because we explained the whole.
And important part is we promised to talk about it in this episode, so we're talking about it.
Really?
It's great. End of story. Goodbye.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
promise.
mean, that is
No, I'm kidding.
that is the beginning, middle, and end of it.
That's
So-
pretty much it. I think So, The Mandalorian, I think for all of us who watched it, we all in agreement that we like this show. You know?
Yeah.
So, being that this is your foray to the Star Wars
Universe.
universe.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What? How is this? How is this?
All right. Look, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. After the Rise of Skywalker, I feel like I shouldn't be. But however, I saw the match.
We talk about this later. Go ahead and talk.
Okay.
But
He's like a damn prairie dog. Pops his head up. What? He pulls it back down.
so the Macaroni Man, right?
Oh boy. Here we
The
go.
macaroni man. Okay.
The Mandalorian. All right. So Mandalorian is my first Star Wars, like my first time getting into like the Star Wars anything. I never watched Clone Wars. Never watched any of the animated series or the cartoons, live action movie or nothing. Not even the books. Not even the video games. Not even in the socks. I ain't
I mean,
none of that.
now you're doing the
Wrong
video
with
games.
you.
We're doing the,
Shout
yeah.
outs to our gameplay. Go watch.
Yeah, we're doing the video game now, but I'm not playing it. So that's a different story.
Alright.
But since it's like my first introduction to Star Wars, like all I know is that it's set in space, and that's it. But going into it, wow. But going into it, like watching the first episode of Macaroni Man, it sort of it opened my eyes to like what Star Wars could be, or
You
what
mean
Star Wars is. Yeah, I'm sorry, what Star Wars is.
Or was.
Damn.
No, is moving forward in a good note.
Damn.
Stop kicking
Oh, I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry. You think-
What Star Wars is, and it's supposed to be like an expanded universe of just different creatures, bounties, factions, guilds, and just a world, a breathing world of just with everyone doing their own things and getting involved in their own problems. So with the following the Mandalorian, who was like part of a guild of bounty hunters, he's just going through the universe trying to get his golds or whatever, get his payments,
his credits
to like build more armor or whatever. And it's just interesting to like see like this character that we don't even see his face, and we're getting attached to him because he's just you can hear it in his voice like how he feels towards certain people, certain things, certain decisions, and his actions. His actions speaks pretty much for him. And it's just fun going on this ride of this like, this block character, not seeing any emotions, not seeing any facial expressions. And we're just following him, and we're experiencing the world with him. And we're just like, we get to know him just through his actions. So like, for an example, his first mission was to like retrieve
the
asset, which is spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it.
Really?
I know, right?
I'm saying here. Watch it.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Trust me.
You should watch it.
Look, when SNL does a skit,
I want
everybody
to.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But she
But
knows
don't worry.
already.
When you watch Macaroni Man, you'll love it, regardless of spoilers.
Macaroni Man?
Yeah.
It's Macaroni Man, and he's joined by cheese.
Pretty much. So, Baby Acid is Baby Yoda, or we don't know what the species is called. But
We
call it
don't
Baby
know
Yoda.
what it is.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda.
but we call it Baby Yoda because it's the best alternative. And like we learned from him that for one thing he hates robots, and that's because they were all sent and programmed to like kill like his entire village, going full Sasuke style.
Yeah.
Uchiha clan. Like,
Yeah, because he was born like around the clone world, so they were robots fighting,
yeah.
and they were purging any like people around. And before I spoil it,
Yeah.
continue.
So he has a hatred for robots, and in the first episode he's sort of forced to like work with him, and
The
you can
IG.
and you can see like his distrust with him, but at the same time the fact that he always get his missions done. You see how he has to like shift his entire tone towards the robot to like get the job done, and then even then when he gets to the asset. And he realized that it's just like a baby, even though it's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
And the robot, he wants to shoot him and kill him because they want him dead or alive, and he just want to kill him and just take it over with. He decides, nah, and he just shoots the robots and take Baby Yoda, and now he got a son.
Yeah.
And it's like the best thing ever because the whole adventure is just him. Like the whole adventure is just him, doing jobs, taking in quests. And this Baby Yoda just following him through the worlds as he explores, and he's just trying to find a safe place for him to leave him there so he can like live his life because he don't believe that he should like die because or not die but like not be experimented on because he was supposed to like turn him in so they could experiment on him, but he was like, I already got my money. I don't want them to do what they did to the kid, whatever they're gonna do to the kid. I'm just gonna go in. Bust some heads in, take the kid, and do whatever. If I get enemies, I got enemies. That's how it is, and that's what he does. And it's just so cool. It's awesome. And then I'm trying to find like all the great words for it, but it's just such a good ride to just like be with the Mandalorian and see his relationship with Baby Yoda, and then when they go into all the galaxy, he meets different people. He meets what's his name, the first guy.
Carl Weaver's character,
Quill. He meets Quill, and he's such a warm-hearted man.
Quip.
Quip.
The old
man.
Nick Nolte.
Basically, they're a race of like saying it the nice way,
indentured
servants to like fix things. So he required his help to get help. So
I have spoken.
I have.
Great man. And just his interacting with him, you can see that he's not like a stone cold guy. Like he has not feelings, but like he has emotion to like enough to like understand how people feel and what people want. And he gets aggressive, like with those little guys that dismantled the ship, the Jawas.
Burns them.
He was whoo. That boy was mad, man.
It's how they were when the Jawas they were talking. He's like, oh, your job was terrible. He's like, oh, yeah, what's this? He's that flamethrower? It's like, oh, shit.
They say to leave your weapons. Weapons are in my religion.
You know, right? And just like his not really hatred, but like his feeling for the Jawas is just like, I hate these little shits so much that I don't care what they are, I just want to backhand it with my armor. And it's showing, like, another thing that I like about the Mandalorian is just, like, it's like, he's a lone warrior, and, like, he's known to, like, get jobs done, but that doesn't mean, like, he's, like, the most powerful being in, like, the galaxy or whatever.
Yeah. Because,
like, we could see, like, whenever he gets into, like, a tough fight, we could see he's getting his ass handed to. Like, first against, like, the big... Mudhorns, yeah. No, the other one before that. When he first got to the planet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They're like lizard people.
Yeah, they're like little, like, huge-ass walking fish things. And they, like, they attacked him.
Yeah.
And, like, you could see, like, he was, like, pretty much helpless to get the situation until the other guy, Quip, came and helped him.
IG?
No, Quip.
Are you talking about, like, the first episode?
The first episode.
Yeah, it was when he landed and he was getting ready to go take down the village. He sees the IG unit walking in.
No, when he first landed.
Oh, when he first landed, he got jumped?
Yeah, he got jumped by the monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when he got jumped by the monster, you can see that he was, you know, he's not like the Superman or the chosen one or anything. He's just a regular bounty hunter. He has a job to do. We wouldn't know if Quip wasn't there. We wouldn't know he was going to get out of that situation alive or dead. Mm-hmm. Same with against like the other monster he went against that he didn't really beat at all without the help of, you know, a Baby Yoda. And then even then, like, he still got his against the like, it shows that he's just a guy, you know, a guy in armor that adopted by the Mandalorians to, like, do his own thing. But before, I'm not gonna go through the whole series, but long story short, the Mandalorian is a great series about a bounty hunter in space with Star Wars element and all these awesome, cool ass events that happen throughout his life as he's just trying to get Baby Yoda to, like, a safe haven, and he's just trying to, like, you know, do his own thing and just live off the rest of his life. And yeah, it's just I love it. I can't wait for season 2. I don't know what else Star Wars has in stores. Whatever's that's not the films as of right now. Afterwards, I think I'll be on board. That's how much I like the Mandalorian, and that's how much I want to, like, act. Like, Mandalorian got me invested in the Star Wars universe. Like, when I, like, just quick little tangent, not tangent, but like a side thing. When I was doing the thumbnail for the podcast, like, I was going in on, like, the details and, like, how the lightsaber worked, the guns. I was looking up everything. And I was so interested. I watched videos about it. It was just like, oh, wow. This universe is so, like, it's built. Like, it really is built. Like, even with the new trilogies, it's still built. It's just the way it's handled is just differently. But, hey, Mandalorian is good. Mandalorian is great. Mandalorian is fun. Mandalorian is good.
You know why? Yeah. Jump that rope.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Iron Man. He made Tin Man, Macaroni Man.
He ain't made Macaroni Man. If there's one thing that I don't like, really, like, find, like, I don't like, but, like, as a nitpick for myself, is the reveal of the Mandalorian.
Spoiler.
That was my problem too.
Yeah. Spoiler. They do reveal his face. I don't know why, because the whole point is that Mandalorians don't reveal themselves to people.
Because it is the way.
Whatever that means.
It's a code.
I'm hoping that Uganda Knuckles didn't go into their clan before.
I made that joke with Kevin.
I can't believe it.
I told you.
I'm gonna walk out.
You know what? I should have made that bet for $5. I said, one of us is going to say in this next podcast, I should have bet him $5.
Show me the way.
I have $5 actually right now.
I know, I should have made that bet.
That was
But yeah, that was
well,
easy. But
there
pretty
is
much
they show it because it was front of the IG views.
Yeah, but
I know,
like,
but
camera angles, man.
Yeah,
camera
exactly.
angles.
They could have easily faded it out or
they did it for episode 3.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have done it like that.
And that was great because like the whole point, look, he doesn't want people to see him. So why should he let us see it? I don't need to see it. Like, I want to, but like, let me like look for it. Let me grasp for that. Like, let me see his face. You know?
That's the whole mystery of the man.
Yeah, I want that mystery to keep going with me. So with the AI, when he was about to like take off something, I was hoping that there was a cut. Like, so I saw his face. I'm like, I'm just like,
it's like we know what his face looks like because we know who the actor.
Well,
is.
I didn't. I don't know the actor. So.
But you know, it's like I was because I saw this and then I saw it again with Kevin. I was telling him, I said, you know, when they should have shown like the chin, and then it cuts to the angle of you just see the top of his head from the back of the rock he's laying on, and you just see the IG uni spraying the antiseptic spray,
and that's it.
That would have been okay with me.
That would have been fun, but
that would have been perfect. But you know,
I guess it just sort of ruined like the whole mystery behind the Mandalorian. I want to like keep the secret all the way to like the end, sort of like playing a Metroid game.
But it is.
Oh, Samus's a chick, and it's like, oh shit.
Even when they do that,
we all knew that.
Even though it did that, it still didn't ruin the enjoyment of the show.
I mean, it didn't ruin the enjoyment of the show at all. At all. Like I said, it's like a small nitpick for me. I just would have loved more.
That and well, when we get into it, I mean, there is not many episodes are great, and so there is there's a level like a lot of it in the shows like it's good, and oftentimes it's like
really
maybe
yeah, it's slow mo.
I want to see. I want to know what you're talking about.
But no, like what you were saying with the helmet, it's like a sweet and sour sauce when you try it for the first time. Oh, it's gonna be something sweet. Oh no, there's a little bit of sour. You weren't expecting that. But like what he's saying is like, yeah, there were some slow parts. Each episode wasn't a ballpark hitter, but you know they got all bases. That's all that matters.
Yeah, there weren't. To transition on, to transition what you were talking about. It's like when they show his helmet off, it's like I don't know how to explain it, because like for me when I saw it, I was like, okay. I don't know why. I never felt like, oh, they should have hide it or whatever. I just felt like, oh, they show his face. Okay. And then he put his helmet right back on, and that's it. Mm-hmm. They never talk about it. It's like, a secret that your big family will... it's like if your brother tells a secret to your cousin, you never know what happens. Kind of like that.
Okay. So, I was actually going to ask that question if they ever showed his face. So, when you said that, I'm like, I felt so disappointed. Because, like, as you said, it reveals a mystery that, it's like, you're excited to, like, not know this character, but at the same time, you want to know, but not really. And then they just, they ruined that completely. And I haven't watched it. So, like, I'm just going to cover my eyes whenever that comes up.
You know what? That works.
I'm going to cover my eyes and I'll be like, no!
No macaroni man.
You know what I think it is? I think they wanted people to cover their face.
You remain a mystery to me.
They want to know if people really want to ruin themselves by really spoiling it for you, or just not see it at all.
That's terrible marketing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm making up bullshit as I see it.
Because when I was seeing it, it just took me out of the moment.
It took me out of the moment.
And the face didn't even match the voice. I'm like, bruh, like, it didn't feel right to me, bruh.
Because the helmet does like this little
yeah, but it sounds dope that way. Okay.
No, he's right because there's the modulator. It's like having the Doom guy speak clearly without the thing because he always wears the helmet.
Yeah.
You hear him laugh and it's like, take it off and he's like, ho ho ho, sounding like Ed over here from Ed and Eddie.
No, but
oh, great.
But okay. No, but it does sound better that way, and I agree. They should have just did a different cut, so I wouldn't have to see him. And my opinion of the Mandalorian was pretty dope. I loved every episode, even though it had some slow parts. It still didn't really phase me out of the experience. I just loved it. Loved the interaction with him and Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is cute and funny. Better than Baby Groot. Better than all these.
No.
You know what?
I'm with
You
Jacob
got
on
that.
that one.
You got that.
I'm with Jacob on that one. I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Baby Groot's awesome, but nah, Yoda's like, I'm gonna pick you up and throw you in the wood chipper.
Because the way he goes about it, he's so funny, man. Like,
Sipping the soup. That's the best meme out there now. It took over Kermit. It took over Kermit with his Lucid tea, man.
so it's like, come on, man. Like, what can, like, if you had a cute baby contest, Baby Groot versus Baby Yoda, who will stand out the victor?
Oh, Baby Yoda, bro.
Baby
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda, bro.
And,
That one's the blue
Yeah.
blue ribbon right there. Boom.
and, you know, just the abilities that he kind of showcases throughout the episodes in unpredictable ways. Like, he just comes out and helps out the Mandalorian. It's just like, man, we want to know more about you. Like, the Star Wars could have went in with Yoda, but
They gave us
Well,
something different.
they gave us something different. Yeah,
With a mystery.
I mean, I want to know more about him. Maybe with season 2 we could get something like that. And
I mean, that is his job now.
yeah, I know, to train him up. And,
Oh, the boy, when he had that jetpack, I was like, yeah!
What?
Oh no! We're spoiling the child.
Fuck,
Baby
he is
Yoda's
child.
awesome. I know you've seen the memes,
Yeah.
but it's actually awesome.
But
Chicken nugget.
Bro, no, that was
The
funny.
chicken nugget.
There were just parts where the Mandalorian would just like, oh, I'm gonna set you here, and then he'd be sitting doing something. Next thing you know, where the fuck? Oh, he's to my left now. When did you get there? Just that part when he like after he fought like I think it was the Mudhorn or something. You know, he's like fixing it. He's like treating his wound, and the kid kept getting up. And he's like, no, just sit over there. I got this. I'm
He
fine.
does the hand thing.
But there have been some moments where, like, Baby Yoda, he gets dropped, or, you know, he gets hit, and I'm like,
Everybody, yo, Baby Yoda became everybody's baby. Like, if
Grandchild.
anything happens to that baby, everybody freaks out. Everybody's freaking out. Like, yo, he's a Muppet.
And that's why those actors will never be named, because death threats will come.
No, they already been named.
They've been
Oh,
named?
boy.
Yeah, it's the
Alright,
guy
yeah.
from The Office. I forgot what his name. The one who had anger management class.
Oh,
Okay,
The
yeah.
guy with the glasses?
I know.
No, not him.
No, the crazy guy with the white hair, right?
No,
No,
not him. She
I know.
She knows.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. But anyway, they already get death threats.
They found them?
Yeah, they found him. They found him. They got death.
And he's like, guys, it's a puppet. Everybody was like diehard fan of. We don't care.
You punch Baby Yoda. We're gonna no. They legit said, you punch Baby Yoda. We're gonna find
Andy
you.
Bernard.
Andy Bernard. There you go. Andy
The
Bernard.
Office.
What was he for?
Andy Bernard. This one.
oh, him.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What is his
name?
I love that he played Stewart
Oh.
in The Hangover.
Yeah.
That's
No.
so sad.
No, that's fucking
okay.
funny if you
And
think about it.
Helms.
Because of the whole thing with his character in The Hangover, that's fucking funny.
And that's so sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's a good guy. Cut him a break.
Look, they just have him to improv that scene, but like, man.
That was a good improv.
No, the best part with that scene was literally, can we come in? Well, he just came in and killed a bunch of people. Let's hold up. How's that coming? Well, the guy went to go check. He shot him. He shot him? Yeah, he shot him. We'll wait.
Yeah, it just shows everyday life. I think, and a lot of people. And what's funny is that scene has mixed reviews on it, because most people are like, it's too funny after we just saw like a bunch of shit happen. Like, why is this? And I kind of had that sentiment too when I first saw it. I was like, this is different.
It threw you out of
It threw you out of the whole thing. Like, I was expecting them like cutting to the Mandalorian, like, oh shit, we're about to die. We got to do something, And no, we just get 50 minutes of them proving that stormtroopers can't shoot.
Bro, that part, no, he's like,
That was
it
too funny.
shakes it by his head. He's like, oh, whatever. And then he's like, he shoots the IG unit by the foot. That was a warning. Was it though? Or you just sucked at that?
Bad shots equal bad shots, bro.
So I only saw the first episode so far.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
It's
You
fine.
gotta
I'm still gonna
love
watch it anyways. Still gonna get into it. It's no big deal. So far, I liked how they're handling with the Mandalorian, where he's pretty much a strong silent type, and when he does talk, it's not just to say a funny joke or whatever. It's just him saying, "You either move or you die." What you gonna pick? And then the other thing I love about it is the way he gestures himself.
Yeah.
Like if you can tell he's pissed off, he'll be pissed off. Or if you know he's like sad about something, you actually feel that from him. Like you don't need his face just to tell what emotion he's in.
Yeah, the body.
And that's the vibe, the body gestures. You know, it's one of the little things I like about it. It's
Very good.
pretty
Yep.
good,
His hips
pretty
don't lie.
nice.
Spike.
I'm awake now, by the way.
Oh, we noticed that.
I saw the whole thing. I finished it in like 2 nights. I loved it, especially Baby Yoda. That's my dog. Nah, but it was a very good story. It's something new because you hear about the bounty hunters like pretty much throughout all of Star Wars, but nothing really.
They don't do shit.
They don't. Yeah, freaking Boba Fett always gets eaten by that ground monster. Not just once. In the comics, he got eaten by it like twice, 2 more times or something. But yeah, the Mandalorian does their race justice, and like the story's good, the action's good, Baby Yoda's awesome.
Alright.
The supporting cast, they're just freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like people who don't like Star Wars, like Lamp, it's an easy they'll get you into it basically.
That
There's no
was a hard
lightsabers
lamp.
and stuff.
I'm sorry, continue.
There's no lightsabers,
Yeah.
but that doesn't count.
That does count. That does count.
That is not a lightsaber.
That does count.
That's a space dagger.
Sir, dagger, sword. Dagger, sword.
Ninja dagger.
Let the people in the audio. Zed just measured dagger and sword.
I got and sold.
Yeah.
And then,
That's good. I'm done.
You're not-
so the last thing, there's actual fight scenes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Compared to what happened in the Rise of the Black Walker, where it's just lightsaber, swing.
No. You mean the Trash Walker?
Oh, the trash.
The rise of the trash.
Y'all on that haterade.
Delicious.
The rise of the trash. So, we're almost done, right? Well, hold on. Let me just tell you. Like, when I watch it, and I'm gonna go deep on it. Sorry, spoiler. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it.
That's why I'm keeping quiet. I'm trying not to spoil it.
In the beginning, it's just great how they just really focus on what it is, what Star Wars is, kind of a mix of Western, samurai films, and that's how the motif is. And so, as the story goes, and I remember when I saw him when he opened the baby, and he's like, "Oh, I have a baby now." It's like, "Damn, lion and cub." All right, we're getting to these samurai movies. All right, that's how I was like, okay, this is kind of Star Wars anyway, right? So then, as it goes, because we already talked about in last podcast, like overall how we thought. Anyway, but since episode 4 to 8. A lot of the episodes to me weren't as great as, I say, 1 and 2 and 3, right? And the one where they have the prison escape
With Bill Burr.
with Bill Burr. They tell him, "Hey, are you a Star? What was it? Are you used to be a
Speeder fan?
stormtrooper. Jesus Christ. They said, you used to be a stormtrooper? And he was like, no, I'm not. Don't ever call me a stormtrooper. That shit was hilarious. But, and then from there to, what was it, episode 7 and 8, it's like, man, it's just great finale. The ones that weren't great were just the ones where, like, when they met, when they went to the planet where they had to save those people, against the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, and the one with the assassin, I didn't like that one.
The one that's the Raiders is like, man, that's too, another,
generic.
It's not generic. It's just another, like, samurai. It's like Samurai 7 or what's that Western movie? Magnificent Seven.
Oh yeah, Magnificent Seven.
Where like he goes to and then he goes to a village because they need his help, and then he finds out the terror that he's gonna fight, is bigger than him, so he has to go train the villagers to fight. And I was like, okay, I guess. And that one was okay, and then the other couple ones with the bounty hunter kid, and I was like, whatever, with the assassin.
Okay, yeah, that one was like probably the weaker ones for me.
Bro, like the best part in that episode was literally when they're sitting there with the binoculars. It's like, oh, it's the sand people. I forget what they're called. And the dude's like, he's like, man, I freaking hate these guys. He turns around, they're standing right behind him. He's like, what the shit? And it was cool because they actually show you how they talk because it was sign language with the Mandalorian. And I'm like, I was sitting there going, bro, where do you learn all these languages?
I mean, he doesn't learn all of them.
He doesn't learn how to speak every freaking language.
I mean, he knows how to speak he knows how to haggle with the sand people, but not with the Jawas.
But he could speak it a little bit.
A little bit. But, overall, like, even though not every episode is great, it's still a great show. I can't wait for season 2.
Definitely.
To continue the adventures of, my, daddy and boy.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, yeah. One thing I wanted to add was, while we're waiting for season 2 of The Mandalorian, I mean, I bet, like, when we were all watching it week by week and everyone finally got up to finishing it, I bet everyone was just like, okay, what I'm going to watch now in Disney Plus?
Oh, no. Straight up. Bye.
I bet Disney stock was...
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. They didn't plan that right. They should have had something come out like 2 weeks later or like 3 weeks later. Just not leave like this dry spell that's been right now.
Yeah, like, I bet their stock was plummeting down for that brief, I guess.
But the Proud family came.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, finally. But I guess I heard rumors of WandaVision, kind of like its release date is getting pushed up. So,
what was originally supposed to happen before Jeremy Renner had his little whatever that was? Hawkeye was supposed to come out like now, but that situation happened, so they're having to A, find a new actor, and B, they're having to refilm a bunch of stuff.
Oh boy!
Yeah, there was a Hawkeye series that was going to come out.
Yeah,
and he had a situation where he went crazy, kind of like Alex Baldwin, and
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now they're having to refilm because that was literally what was going to come next, and then it was going to be Wanda and Vision. So now because of this, it's just a desert, and they're trying to bring water, which is Wanda and Vision, to the fire.
Oh jeez, I did not know that.
I'm like, just don't rush it.
Yeah, please don't.
We've seen what happens when people rush things. Don't rush them.
Yeah, just tell him. Just put American Dragon Jake Long in there. We'll be fine.
Oh no!
Is that even in Disney Plus?
He's the American
I
Dragon.
just looked at it. It's
Look!
not
Just
there.
put season 1. We don't even talk about season 2.
Yeah, where you got anorexic. Just...
No, man, you should have watched
he
Wait. Should have watched
he was swole, and then it was like dragging up. It was like, the fuck is this?
Like skinny up.
Mushu got taller.
No, this did you read the Bible story? That's his son.
Now we're crossing universe. We're talking about.
All right, back to Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Well, I mean, we already said it.
Bro, no, like
Yeah, that's about it.
It's about it.
And just gushing here.
I guess the only last thing I want to say is that I guess like
I was talking, motherfucker.
you do that to us all the time. What you mean?
Oh shit!
Alright, continue. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish.
I'm gonna kill you later. I'm with you, Spidey. We're gonna jump this motherfucker. No, I'm just happy.
Godwalker.
No, I was gonna say, I'm happy that they finally did a Star Wars thing where it's not lightsaber this, lightsaber that, good, dark, evil, Jedi, Sith. It's actually, let's explain the actual fucking universe. And then you have bounty hunters come in, which were kind of my favorite thing about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They brought the Guild in, they brought the Mandalorians, and they were explaining more. They were actually explaining the Beskar steel. That whole situation.
Oh yeah. It's currency, right?
No, it's their armor.
Oh, okay.
Beskar steel, that's how they make their armor.
Oh, okay.
They learn how to level up and then go to their skill tree and then spend their skill points.
Damn it, 3 more points. Damn.
Yeah. I guess like the only thing is just like I guess after we're talking about like how they revealed the masks and everything, I guess what I'm hoping for is that because they revealed it, I mean I highly doubt anybody would see it, but I hope it has some sort of play as to why they revealed it. You know, like some sort of play in season 2. Because if they don't, it sort of feels like why. That's it. Because if they do have something like some sort of play with it in season 2. Like, somebody saw his face. We know how this motherfucker looks like. I mean, but even then, like, it's just a math that they know about. It's just, I don't know.
Hey, listen, you're thinking too deep on it.
I don't know. That's how much I like it, though. That's how much I like it.
Yeah.
I want.
And you know what? I think the positive part is that you are in this world.
Yeah. I'm with you guys now. I'm not a stan, but I am a general.
Who's a stan in here?
Excellent.
Wow.
So yeah, that is the macaroni man.
And mashed potatoes and gravy.
No, that's the spin-off story.
Tomatoes.
God, you're just making soul food products.
Star Wars soul food.
Cornbread.
All right, so what is it that you want to? What is this last part that you want to say?
Jose wants to talk about the fall of Skywalker.
I mean, I don't want to talk about how great it is.
Hold on, wait. So this
further mention that.
So this whole fight.
Y'all just want.
I really wish Alexis was here right now.
So this whole fight that we just been alluding to is the fact that Spidey here loves.
Rise of Palpatine.
Rise of Palpatine.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. That's the first scene of the movie.
we fucking ripped a new one in this movie last episode. You gotta fucking catch up.
Fuck that. All right. You know what, Spidey?
He's got the power. Come on.
Spidey. Okay.
Does he have the touch?
All right. Well, before you
got the touch.
Before Jacob jumps on him. What? Okay. Why? What do you find in that movie? What's the positives?
It was a great story.
No. Can you just cut that the middle part and just say, go to that part where it says, "Why do you like that? Why do you like that movie so much?" And he says, "It's a great story." And just cut that.
No. You cut out. You cut out. Great. You just said it was a story.
Alright, let's end it here. Fuck that. End it here. Let's skip this. Hey, thank you for listening to the SiXFramesPodcast. New Year 2020. We're gonna have a bunch of shit like playing games and stuff and maybe some new shows. Who knows?
Stories.
So, yeah, that was a story. God damn. Time.
And for all Rush fans out there, moment of silence for Neil Peart. Greatest drummer ever.
R.I.P.
Have a good day, y'all.
And thank you for listening to another 6Frame Podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, email us at 6framepodcast@gmail.com. That is 6framepodcast@gmail.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. 6 Frames. Don't forget to rate and follow us on our Apple Podcasts and Podbean. And our YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to 6 Frames and ring that bell for notifications so you never miss another episode. So what are you waiting for, nerd? Subscribe, like, rate, do all that stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!